You ever have that feeling? You've got all these incredibly powerful AI tools at your fingertips, but they can't touch your most important stuff, your confidential reports, your brand new research, all your private notes. Well, today, we're diving into a tool that's built to fix exactly that problem.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll tackle the AI trust problem. Then we'll meet the solution, a truly personal AI. We're going to uncover its secret sauce, what makes it tick, see how it completely changes your workflow, look at how pros are already using it, and finally, kind of reimagine what our own knowledge can even be.
All right, first up, the AI trust problem. This is all about why those general do-everything AIs, as amazing as they are, just don't make the cut when you're doing serious, high-stakes work.
And it really just boils down to this one question. When everything's on the line, a legal case, a big financial analysis, a critical piece of research, can you actually rely on the answers you're getting? For a lot of people, the answer is a pretty nervous no.
And the biggest reason for that no is this one, project-killing problem, hallucination. This is when an AI just makes stuff up. It sounds super confident, totally plausible, but it's completely fabricated. And in fields like law or medicine, a plausible lie isn't just a mistake, it's an absolute disaster waiting to happen.
And this really shows you the fundamental gap, right? General AI can't get to your private files. Its knowledge might be months or even years out of date. And its answers are pulled from this giant, murky pool of internet data. Meanwhile, your most valuable knowledge, your latest reports, your specific data, it's all stuck in its own little silo, totally invisible to the AI.
So that brings us to the solution, a whole new way of thinking about this. It's time to meet a new kind of tool, a personal AI. In this case, we're talking about Google's NotebookLM.
So what is it? Well, NotebookLM is an AI research and writing partner, but, and this is the most important part, it is grounded exclusively in the sources that you give it. That's it. It doesn't go searching the wider internet. Its entire world of knowledge is made up of the documents you upload.
And because of that one simple rule, you get these 4 core promises that just completely solve the problems we were talking about. You get high reliability because it's only using your documents. You get source citations that prove every single claim. Privacy is huge. Your files are not used to train the model. And of course, a massive jump in efficiency because all that time you'd spend just reading and summarizing, it's pretty much gone.
Okay, so how does it actually do this? How does it keep its promises? Let's pop the hood a little and look at the secret to its reliability, this whole idea of grounded answers.
It uses a process with a fancy name, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG. But honestly, you can forget the name. It's just a simple 3-step dance. Step 1, you ask a question, it searches only your documents. Step 2, it finds and selects the most relevant little passages of text. And step 3, it generates an answer based only on those little pieces of text it just found.
And here's the best way to think about it. The AI isn't answering from some huge, foggy memory of the entire internet. No, it's like having an expert assistant who, before every single question you ask, stops and meticulously reads your specific notes before they say a word. That's what slashes the risk of making things up.
And the proof is literally right there in the response. You'll see these little numbers, these citation markers, right next to the sentences the AI writes.
These are source citations, and they're not just for show. They're clickable links. You click one, and it instantly shows you the exact sentence or paragraph in your original document that the AI used to come up with its answer. This is huge, because you never have to sit there wondering, where did it get that from? The proof is always just one click away. It just wipes out fact-checking time and builds a ton of trust.
Okay, knowing how it works is great, but how do you actually use it? This is where you start to see a complete transformation in your workflow, taking you from a pile of data to a finished draft. It all starts with the prompt. Instead of just asking for a simple summary, you can treat the AI like a real member of your team. I mean, look at this prompt here. It's a perfect example. You give it a role. You are my senior researcher, and you give it a very specific, high-value task. This is how you get deep, meaningful insights, not just a boring list of facts.
This just opens up a whole new, powerful process. You upload your sources, and you let the AI do all the heavy lifting, the summarizing, the outlining. Then you can just drag and drop the useful answers into your notebook, verify anything with a quick click, and, this is the real magic, you get to focus all your brainpower on the creative part, connecting the dots, adding your own unique perspective, and actually building something new.
So let's make this even more real. How is this actually powering the work that professionals are doing out in the wild, in different fields?
Well, for a consultant, it can mean analyzing years of old project reports in just a few minutes to spot hidden patterns. For a lawyer, it's about instantly flagging risky clauses in dozens of contracts against some new regulation. And for a researcher, it's about automatically pulling out conflicting arguments from a huge stack of academic papers. The common thread here? It's just a massive acceleration of insight.
So the real takeaway is this. NotebookLM fundamentally reallocates your time. It shifts your effort away from the low-value grind of just finding information and lets you focus on the high-value human task of using that information to make decisions, to create strategies, and to build amazing things.
So let's just zoom out for a second and think about the really big picture here. This is about more than just a tool. It's about completely reimagining the relationship you have with your own knowledge. We are literally moving from a world where we act as information collectors, people who spend their days just gathering and summarizing, to a world where we can become true knowledge creators. And this really points to the new skill set for this era. In the past, your value was often tied to how fast you could read and process stuff. The future skill, the new skill, is all about how deeply you can interpret, question, and apply the insights that the AI brings to the surface for you.
And the vision for the future is even bigger. I mean, imagine a personal AI that isn't just limited to the files you happen to upload for one project, but can securely tap into your entire digital life, your Google Drive, your Gmail, your calendar, to become this ultimate thinking partner that truly gets you and your context.
So let me just leave you with this one final thought. If you had a trusted AI that could handle the massive job of reading and making sense of all your information, it frees you up for something more important. The question is, what will you create with all that newfound time and mental energy?